Hello. Hello. Guys, can you all hear me and see me right now? Can you all hear me and see me? Guys, can you all hear me clearly? Clearly, am I visible and audible enough? Guys, Hari. Right. So, a very, very good morning to all of you guys. I hope you all are doing well and fine, right? So, welcome back, right? So, yesterday, guys, we discussed the 2023 paper, right? And I gave you the answer scheme. I basically discussed the MCQs in details. We got a lot of learnings, right? So, did you all at least go home and read through the answer scheme? Did you all read through? නෑනේ ඒ වගේ හොඳ දේවල් කරන්නේ නෑනේ. Right? Right? Okay, okay. Yeah. Right? So, did you all read through the answer scheme? Now, who doesn't have the 2024 paper? Nah. Right? So, I have sent it in the group also, guys. I have sent it in the group also. Right? You all have the paper? What? You all have the PDF. PDF. No physical. Right? Okay. So today, guys, I don't want to waste any time, guys. We will basically start here, guys. Don't keep any unnecessary talk and don't bullshit around, okay? Right? Y'all can hear me, clearly see me and everything, right? I don't have time to waste. Yesterday it took a massive amount of time, right? We went for almost 6 hours yesterday, right? So today I don't know how long it will take, but I don't have time to waste. Keep your bullshit aside, guys, online especially. Don't distract me with unnecessary comments and all of these. Only important things you all should put in the chat box. If you can't focus, now itself I'm telling you, leave. Right? Leave. Guys online, no bullshitting. Right? Only it should be purely focused. 17 days more to go. 17 days, right? Then aata ganna bahe. Okay? Now we'll start off, guys. Right? 2024 A levels. Right? We'll start with paper one. Right? Question number one. Right? Now you see, guys, some goods and services are given below. From the above, what is the option that contains only services? Now, yesterday, guys, in the paper, also they tested us about services. But how did they test us about services yesterday? In the 2023 paper, they tested us about services, asking the characteristics of services. Now they are telling you to basically identify the services only. Right? Now, I'm not going to talk about what is a service now again today because yesterday we spoke about it. Right? A service is a form of intangible product which doesn't have a physical form. It doesn't have a physical form. It's an intangible product. Newspapers, good or service? Is it a good or service? It's a good. Healthcare, good or service? Definitely a service because healthcare does not have a physical presence. It's a service being provided by another person, right? Clothing. Can you touch and feel clothing? Yeah. Good? Yes. Legal advocacy. That means a lawyer's service. Good or service? Service. Education? Service. Vegetables? Goods. Social media? Service. Television? TV. It's a good. So healthcare, legal advocacy, education, social media. BDEG. Answer is the third one, right? It's not tough, no, guys. I'm not going to explain it again because we covered it yesterday. Yesterday, question number one was from 2023 paper. Question number one was from needs and wants. Question number 203 was from, right? Question number 203 was from, question number two was from services. Today, question number one is from services. Right. Question number two, a very interesting one. Some inputs used for production are given below. Now, guys, remember, when you take a business, they have something called inputs, right? Another name for inputs, guys. Another name we use for inputs. Huh? Resources. Another name, factors of production, right? Input, or we can call it, guys, factors of production. Now, when you come into BS, guys, there are how many factors of productions? Huh? There are 7 factors of production. Number 1, land, right? All the natural resources used in the business to produce a particular good can be known as land, the natural resources. Number 2, what is it? Labor, all the physical and mental effort used. Number 3, capital, the man-made aid used in businesses. One very important thing, guys, you need to consider. If you are doing economics, in economics, money is not considered as a capital. In economics, money is not considered as a capital, but in BS, money is also a form of capital, right? In BS. But in economics, there's a justification that money is not considered as a capital. Then number 4, who? An entrepreneur. He is the one who will be bringing in all the factors of productions or inputs and start that business by taking a risk. He will combine all the factors of production and start that business by taking a risk. Number 5, what? Knowledge, right? A knowledge is another input, right? You see, guys, I am using my knowledge in here to share it to you. My knowledge is an input here. Number 6, time, right? We have to invest our time in the business, no? That is an input. And 7, information. You need information to make decisions in a business. So it is considered as an input, right? So these are the inputs, or we call it the factors of production, right? Market is not one. These are the ones, right? Now you see, don't come and read that A to H, Eva kiyawanna epa, go to the scenario, right? From the above, what is the option that contains only intangible inputs? Intangible inputs. Okay, now they have never asked in an exam paper like this, right? What is an intangible input? Now, intangible input means, guys, the inputs you cannot touch and feel, right? We'll see. Land, the natural resources, can you touch and feel them? Can you touch and feel them, guys? The natural resources, can you touch and feel them? Huh? Yeah. So is it an tangible input or intangible? Tangible input. Competencies. Competencies can be skills, lamai. Skills and knowledge of people to perform a particular job. Your skill, can you touch and feel your skill? The skills you have, can you touch and feel it? Can I touch and feel my skill? That is an intangible what? Input. So B is 1. Staff. Allanna puluwanda? Right? Then meya staff kenek na meyawa allanna puluwan. You can feel him, but I don't want to feel him. That's a different story, right? You can touch and feel people, right? They are tangible. Information. Can you touch and feel information? No, right? It's intangible. Knowledge. Okay, මුලේ තියෙන මේ අර unit 1 එකේ knowledge එක අල්ලලා බලන්න පුළුවන්ද ළමයි? පුළුවන්ද? Knowledge එකේම අල්ලලා බලන්න. Guys, can you all? Guys online, can you touch and feel knowledge? No, it's not there, right? So that is one answer. Entrepreneurship. Very important. Before that, raw materials, no. Inventory, no. Entrepreneurship. Now, godak moda harak patau will not choose this. There is a difference between an entrepreneur and there is a difference between entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship kiyanne lamai the process undertaken by the entrepreneur. Right? The process undertaken by the entrepreneur is only known as entrepreneurship. Entrepreneur kiyanne haadaya, a miniya. Right? May process එක කරන miniya, the person who is undertaking the process. So if they had given, okay, entrepreneurship, entrepreneur, මේක නෙමෙයි answer එක කියලා කපලා confuse වෙලා tracker panel exam එකේ ඉඳලා ඇති ළමයි set එක. Entrepreneurship is the process, so that is one answer. F. So B, D, E, F. Answer is the second one. Right? Is this clear, guys? Clear? Intangible cannot touch and feel. Clear? Guys online, is this clear? All of you? Guys online, is it clear? Can you all respond? Don't be lazy buffaloes. Don't be lazy early in the morning. Hurry. Question number 3. Right? A company's ability to form a joint venture with a foreign party represents. A joint venture කියන්න ළමයි A and B is coming together. Right? දෙන්න එකතු වෙනවා. Right? A and B is coming together. Now, can you remember, guys, in Sri Lanka, right? The HSBC Bank in Sri Lanka, now it's no more, right? HSBC came along with Nation Trust Bank. Now, Standard Chartered is coming along with DFCC Bank, right? They are joining together, right? Joint venture. It can be for temporary also, right? Now, for an example, guys, I can give you another example, right? Apple, you know Apple, right? Apple and Beats. There was this, music instrumental producers called Beats. They came together as a joint venture and they made a product, right? Today, Harman Kardon and BMW have ventured, right? You take JBL and Nissan have ventured, right? Many car companies and sound companies have ventured. That means they come together, right? They come together for basically a temporary period, right? Temporary period, maybe for a specific project, right? That is a joint venture, right? Now, guys, the company's ability to form a joint venture with a foreign party represents, right? With a foreign party represents. Now, tell me, foreign party, is it within the company or outside the company? Huh? It's outside the company. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Good thing. So you have to know something called strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Strength is always the good thing. Weaknesses are the bad things. Opportunities are again the good things. Threats are the bad things. Strengths and weaknesses are something, guys, inside the business, coming within the business, right? But opportunities and threats are something, guys, coming from outside the business, inside and outside. No, Airtel and it was like a joint venture, but it's an acquisition. It's more of an acquisition, right? Acquisition. So remember, guys, a joint venture is a good thing coming from outside. So we call it what do we call it? What do we call it? An opportunity. So the answer is the fourth one. Guys, is that clear? Is that clear? Right? Because when you are combining with a foreign company, guys, you get more resources, you get more knowledge, you get more technology, you get more money. All of these factors are coming in. Guys, online, is this clear? Guys, all of you all have to respond. All 67 of you. Right? If you don't respond, there is no point. Right? Okay. Question number 4. Make ඊයේත් කරා ළමයි. We did this question yesterday, 2023 paper. It came in paper 2. But today it's coming in paper 1. What is the minimum number of shareholders required to form a private limited company in Sri Lanka? No, we did directors yesterday, no? We did directors, sorry. Minimum number of shareholders required to form a private limited company in Sri Lanka. Minimum. How many shareholders you need? According to the Companies Act number 7 of 2007, remember, for a private limited company, you need to have a minimum shareholder of 1, right? 1. Right? Eka mataka tiyaganna. Right? There is nothing to explain there, guys. No way. For a private limited company, what is the minimum number of directors? 1. Public limited company directors? 2. Public limited company shareholders? 2. If you need to have 2 directors, you need to have 2 shareholders, no? 2. Right? So, eka mataka tiyaganna lamai, private limited, public limited, shareholders, directors. Private limited 1, 1, 2, 2. Right? Remember that. Okay? Question number 5. A business strategy that a company uses to take control of the entire supply chain. The entire supply chain, right? Now, this is from unit number 4, guys, right? This is from unit number 4, right? Now, let's say, guys, supply chain means, guys, listen to me very carefully, right? Supply chain is everything and anything which is happening from supplier to the consumer. Everything and anything which is happening from the supplier to the consumer can be considered as supply chain, right? Right? Anything and everything from supplier to the consumer. Whatever you're doing to pass on that final good to the consumer from the point of supplier, everything happening can be known as supply chain management, right? It's not only bringing in raw materials, it's bringing in raw materials, handling raw materials, transporting raw materials, managing people, right? Then let's say warehousing, right? Then let's say getting the right good on the right time, handling the customers, everything, guys, everything which is taking place throughout this whole process can be known as supply chain, right? From the point of origin to the point of consumption. This is the point of origin, no? To the point of consumption, everything taking place is known as what? Supply chain, right? That is known as supply chain. Okay, so now they're asking you guys a business strategy that a company uses to control the entire supply chain is. Now, for an example, let's take Honda as a company, guys. Right? Right? We will take Honda as a company. Right? I will put it here, will you? Honda as a company. Right? Now, Honda is basically a car manufacturer. Now, if they want the entire control of the business, guys, right? Who is behind them? Who is behind them? There will be a raw material supplier, right? Now, Honda requires raw materials to produce the cars, no? Honda requires raw materials to produce the cars. Same ways, if they are producing the cars, they need someone to sell it also. That is basically a retailer, right? Now, if they want to go through the entire supply chain, they will have to acquire the retailer also, and they will have to acquire the raw material supplier also, right? They have to acquire the retailer also, they have to acquire the supplier also. That means that's where they are owning the whole process. මුළු process එකම අයිති වෙන්නේ ළමයි if they acquire these two people, right? If they acquire these two people only, they own the whole process, the entire supply chain, right? From the supplier to reaching the customer, right? Now, in a scenario like this, what type of integration are they going to go into, right? You have three types of integrations. You have three types of integrations, guys. What are the three types of integrations? What are the three types, guys? Can you all tell me, guys, online, what are the three types? Number one, you have something called vertical. Number one, there is something called vertical. There is something called horizontal. There is something called conglomerate, right? Now, horizontal means, listen to me very carefully. Horizontal kiyanne, you are going and acquiring the same business, right? Who is in the same business level or the same business stage. For an example, Honda is going and acquiring Toyota or Nissan. Both of them are car manufacturers. One car manufacturer is going and acquiring another car manufacturer, right? Conglomerate කියන්නේ ළමයි, Honda is going and acquiring, let's say, University of London. Honda car manufacturer, University of London providing education. Are they the same thing? No. You are going and acquiring someone from a different industry. That is known as conglomerate. Going and acquiring someone from a different industry. දැන් මේක දන්නේ නැත්තම් මං කියද්දි ලියා ගන්න. Right? බබ්බු නෙමෙයි, I don't need to tell it. දන්නේ නැත්තම් ලියා ගන්න, use your brains up. Right? So conglomerate, someone from a different industry you're acquiring. Vertical means, guys, okay, vertical means you are going and acquiring people at different stages of the business within the same industry. Same industry, different stages of a business. Now, Honda can go vertically forward, guys. They can go vertically forward, right? And they can go ahead about their business stage and acquire retailer. They can go vertically backwards, guys, and come behind and acquire supplier, right? So vertical means you are going in the same industry to different stages of the business, right? Different stages of the business. Now, lot of students would have made this mistake. Definitely supply chain දැකලා තියලා ඇත්තේ මෙහෙම, right? They would have seen supply chain like this. Horizontal no. As වහගෙන horizontal කියලා දාලා ඇති. ගෙදර ආව මාර confident. I choose horizontal as an answer. But actually correct answer is vertical, right? Horizontal means Honda is going and acquiring another car. This thing, you are going and acquiring someone in the same business level or the same business stage. But here, different stages, right? Vertical is all about different stages of business. And if you want to basically have the whole supply chain, you need to get different stages of the business. Guys, is this clear? Is this clear? Guys online? Guys, all of you respond. අනිත්තුන්ට බුලත් දෙන්න බැහැනේ ළමයි. You all okay? ළමයි, you all okay? Anyone who wants another explanation? You all want another explanation? You all? Guys, you all behind? Okay? Okay? Right? So the answer will be, guys, forward integration. Not really. You can't only go forward. You have to come backwards also. Right? Horizontal beha. You don't get this whole supply chain. Vertical, forward, backwards. Vertical includes forward and backwards. No? So we can take vertical. Backwards would beha. Conglomerate would beha. So correct answer will be the third one. Right? Question number 6. Right? So there was a question, what is the difference between shareholders and directors? Shareholders are ones who own the company. Directors are the ones who run the company. Shareholders own, directors run. Right? Shareholders own, directors run. Right. Now, guys, question number 6. Okay. E. Stakeholders and their interest. ඊයේත් කරා. Right? Stakeholders and their interest. Give me the answer, guys. Why, what stakeholder is interested to who? Give me the answer. අර බොරුවට නිවුස් වල කතාවක් කියනවා ආයි තේල්වල පෝස්ට්පෝන් වෙයි කියලා. වෙන්නේ නැහැ. බය වෙන්න එපා. වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Right? ආසයිද වෙන්න? වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Right? They are telling tomorrow they will put a committee and discuss. හෙට committee එක දායි. discuss කරයි. postpone කරන්නේ නැහැ කියලා කියයි. Inside information it won't be postponed. Right? Oh my god, නෙමෙයි. Oh my god, why? They won't postpone it. It's a good thing, guys. They won't. 17 days more to go. Right. Now, employment generation. Who wants employment to be generated, guys? Definitely the government. Government has to make sure, guys, all the people have a job. If all the people have a job only, guys, they can achieve one government goal. What is that? ඊයේ කියලා දුන්නා. If everyone is employed, you can achieve a government goal. What is it? Full employment. For full employment to be achieved, all resources in the economy, including people, should be resourced and they should be basically employed, right? So government prefers employment generation. Job security, they want to have a safe job. That means the job should be secured. No one can take it away from them. Definitely employees, right? Financial stability, definitely creditors. Because creditor kina hadaya, he is going to give goods on credit, right? And he will not give goods on credit for a company which is not financially stable. A company requires to be financially stable. Will you go and give? Now, are you all financially stable, guys? Financially stable. Stable financially. Lakshadin. Financially stable. Right? If your parents kick you out, where are you going to sleep? Can you at least eat one meal? Nanny, not financially stable though. Not financially stable at all. Right? Now, will a bank give you a loan? No, a bank will not give you a loan. Pala yanne kila pukata gahala elawai. Kelimma kakulemma gahala ara mema gahala elawai. Pala yanne kila eliyata. Right? You're not stable. So creditors will always check whether is the company financially stable. That's why they will sell goods on credit or give money on credit. Right? So creditors require financial stability. Returns dannane lamai kiyanno nane. Shareholders value the benefit, definitely customers, right? So answer is the fourth one. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear? Aulan nani, right? Guys online, is that clear? Right? ඊයත් කතා කරා මේ question එකම මේ වගේම stakeholders and their interest, right? Okay. Question number 7. The following table shows some government income sources and collecting authority. Then මේ වගේ questions, it's not there in the syllabus. Now the examiner, guys, has a small thing, right? He knows that the syllabus is outdated. He knows syllabus is outdated. He wants to test you a little from your general knowledge also. So he will put a question from general knowledge. Last year, 2025 paper, guys, the number of failing rates increased to 14%. Failings increased to 14%. It was at 10%, it went to 14%. S's, the S for business studies, I'm saying for business studies, 14%. This thing, S for business studies were at about 30 odd percent. A's, only 10% of students got A's. That means only 300 students out of 3,000 or 4,000 students have got an A. Right? Only 300. Sulu Pramane. Right? And why? ඉස්සර කාලේ paper එකක් කරලා තිබ්බනම් ළමයි, back in the day papers were easy. It came within the syllabus itself. Now examiner can't test you within the syllabus. He has tested you as much as possible. What is he doing? පොඩ්ඩක් යාම එළියට ගිහලා පුඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක් දැක් දානවා. Right? He goes a little out and put questions. Now you see, guys, question number 2 was not in the syllabus. There's nothing like that in the syllabus. Right? Like that, only question number 7 is also not in the syllabus, but you should know. Right? You should know. Right? You should know, guys, question number 7. Because for 10 years, he has already tested you know so much, guys. 10, 11 years. Right. Now, guys, emission test. Okay. Department of Motor Traffic. Do they collect rates, tariffs, personal income tax, emission charge, visa fee? දැන් ඔය visa fee එකක් ගෙවන්න යන්න ඕන. If you want to pay a visa fee, do you go to the Department of Motor Traffic? නැහැනේ. But emission charge guys, emission charge කියලා තියෙනවා ළමයි. That is paid by the Department of Motor Traffic. You pay it to the Department of Motor Traffic, right? So that is going to be A. What do you pay at the inland revenue? Inland revenue. Remember, inland revenue is the department responsible to collect something called taxes, right? Taxes are collected by the inland revenue, right? So it's going to be taxes. B is going to be 3. Immigration and emigration. Immigration, emigration කියන්නේ අර රටින් එළියට යනවා එනවා. ඒක තමයි visa fee collect කරන්නේ. Right? So visa fee එන්නේ එතනට. Local authorities. Remember, local authorities only, guys, collect something called rates. Rates, lamai, is collected by local authorities. Now, for your houses and all, you all have to pay rates, right? Now, ekin අවුරුද්දකට එක සැරයක් rates ගෙවන්න ඕනේ ළමයි ගෙවල් වලට. Right? We go and pay it in the let's say අර ගෙවල් ගාව ළඟ තියෙන පන්සලේ ගෙවන්නේ. Right? That's a local authority. The Grama Nildari will be there. He will collect the money from us. Right? Grama Nildaris and all comes under the local authority. Right? Then guys, Sri Lankan custom only collects tariffs. Tariff kiyane lamai, the taxes on goods and services or taxes on imports is only known as tariffs. Taxes on imports. Tariff kiyane taxes on imports. Rates are like your taxes on your houses and all of these things. Right? To live in that house, you need to pay a rate. Right? That is something like rates also included a garbage collection fee, road maintenance fee. It's included in rates. Right? So the answer is DEBAC. Answer is the fourth one. Now that the garbage collector will come right every once in 2 days or once a week. I don't know how often does he come. He comes, no. Do you think they do it for free? For that only they collect the rates. Or පාර යනවනේ street light. ඒක නිකන් දෙනවා කියලා හිතුවද? ඒකට තමයි rates ගෙවන්නේ. Right? Now let's say you don't pay rates. What will happen is there are certain people, guys, they will come, right? They will come to your house ඔයාගේ බඩු මුට්ටු අරන් යයි. rates එකේ ගානට. ඕවත් අරන් යයි පුළුවන් නේද? 2000ක් වගේ ගෙවන්න තිබ්බනම් ඕව අරන් යයි. Right? සිරාවට I'm not joking, huh? Right? Let's say you don't pay rates, they will come to your place, right? After a point, they will take assets worth that value and they will sell it. You have to pay it. නැතෝ government එකට අමාරුවක් තියෙන නිකන් කොට street light දෙන්න, නිකන් garbage collect කරන්න, sewage systems දෙන්නවට නැහැනේ. You are paying the rates, that's why. Okay? Question number 8. Guys, is that clear? Guys online, is that clear? Hari. Question number 8. Entrepreneurial character. From the following, select the key entrepreneurial character that an entrepreneur should possess to convert environmental opportunities into reality. Convert an opportunity into a reality. What is it, guys? Is it leadership, innovation, persistence, passion, motivation? Opportunity into a reality, guys. What do you think is it? Right? Definitely innovation. No, he needs to innovate. He needs to identify an opportunity and innovate for it, guys. ඒක වැඩි explain කරන්න තුන්නේ ළමයි. Not leadership, not passion, not self motivation or position. Right? It's definitely innovation. Right? Innovation. No. Street light. Free good. Free good, it doesn't mean Asra in economics. Free goods. It can public goods. That doesn't mean free. Yeah? It doesn't mean free. Right? You are paying. Even for a beach you go, you are paying a tax indirectly. Rates are taxed. Rates are charged directly. Rates are a form of a direct tax. Right? Economics BS ඔක්කොම පටලවගෙන තියෙන්නේ අම්බාන්ට මෙතන. Right? ඔය පටලව ගන්න එපා ළමයි. Right? Okay. Now, question number 9. වට්ටි අම්මලා දෙන්න. අද කතා කරේ නැද්ද? තාම නෑ. හරි. Question number 9. From the following, the funds collected by a unit trust is deployed in. Now, when you collect, now what happens, guys? Unit trust tag gattama lamai, it's like this. There is a unit. Unit kiyanne lamai, it's a basket of investment. Right? Basket of investment. Right? It's called a unit. Right? Now, basically, investors, they basically invest in this unit. This unit is basically managed by the unit trust management company, right? But there is a security guard for this unit, guys. Who do you call them? Huh? There is a security guard. He will make sure you're doing the right thing with the money. What is it? He's a trustee, right? Now, what does this unit include, right? Funds collected by the unit trust, whatever the money of the investors, where is it deployed? Where is it put in? Now, deployed කියන එකේ meaning එක දන්නේ නැත්නම් ළමයි කෙලවෙනවා. පොඩ්ඩක් ඉංග්‍රීසි දැනගෙන ඉන්න ඕනේ. ඉංග්‍රීසි. Deployed එකේ meaning එක දැනගෙන ඉන්න ඕනේ. Right? You need to know the meanings of certain words. Yesterday also I told you the importance of certain words. Right? If you don't know the meaning of these words, khalas. Right? So, deployed in fixed assets of a company, credit facilities for companies, current and savings account, investment portfolio, financial institutions for a fixed interest rate. What do you think is the answer, guys? But what is the odd answer here? Remember, fixed assets, credit facilities, current and savings, financial institutions for fixed interest may ඔක්කොම එන්නේ ළමයි investment portfolio යට. Right? 1, 2, 3, 5, all of them comes under investment portfolio. So basically, this is another investment portfolio. Right? You're putting your money in an investment portfolio. That is what you call a diversified investment. Right? We call it a diversified investment. Right? A diversified investment. Hurry. Okay. Now, guys, remember in the paper, they don't use SMEs. Right? They don't use SMEs. Right? There is something called micro businesses also today. Right? This was started to be tested, guys, from 2023. Is small medium enterprises ne guys? Small medium. Now micro tenolamai. Micro small medium enterprises. MSMEs. What is micro? Now a podi business එක ගත්තොත් healthy cafe podi business එකක්. ඒකට වඩා podi business තියෙනවා ළමයි. What is it? You know the peddlers? The street food guys? අර කාට් එකක් බොමයි මුටයි කාලා තියෙනවද ළමයි? You like බොමයි මුටයි? ඉස්සෝඩේ කාලා තියෙනවද? They are businesses, no? But very small. Right? Very small. Right? Right? So, ඒව තමයි ළමයි micro businesses කියන්නේ. ඉස්සර අපි ඉස්කෝලේ කාලේ ළමයි ඉස්කෝලේ ඉස්සරහා ඉන්නව අච්චාරු ඩෑල්ලක්. පුතාම ඉන්නවද දැන්? අර අන්නාසි ඩෑල් එක. Right? අර අන්නාසි කපලා අර බෑග් එකේ අන්නාසි භාගයක් ඒ කියන්නේ භාගයක් හරි කාලක් හරි දානවා ළමයි. quarter of අන්නාසි මෙව දාලා කපනවා. He puts that the pepper, I don't hear the mixing seasoning or something. One day Mara thing happened, guys. Okay, he keeps the bag in the hand only and cut. At the capano. He was bleeding. Right, අර වයසක ඩෑල් එක බොබයි මුටයි අංකල් ඉන්නවා. ඊට ඒ වගේ සෙට් එකක් ඉන්නවා ළමයි. Right? නැත්නම් අර ice cream විකුණන්නේ ඉන්නේ ළමයි අර බයිසිකලේ. Let's see, these are micro businesses. Right? They are not small, smaller than small. පොඩි එකාට වඩා තව පොඩි. Right? ඒ වගේ ළමයි. Right? Now, the following characteristics of enterprises from the above, what is the option that contains characteristics only of micro, small and medium? Niche market focus. Do you focus on a niche market small? Niche කියන්නේ ළමයි a selected චූටි market එකක්. Right? Neither. Can you basically a small business like that, can that Bobai Mutai uncle cater to the whole Sri Lanka? Can that Acharu uncle cater to the whole Sri Lanka? Now, on Fridays, guys, Friday the prayers happen in the mosque. No, after the prayers, you will see an Acharu uncle there. Right? Have you all seen? දැකලා තියනවාද? අච්චාරු විකිරණ uncle කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. Right? Every Fridays after the Friday prayers at about 1 o'clock, ඉන්නවා ඩැල් එක. දැන් අපිත් මෙහි වැඩ කරනවා නම් ගිල ගන්න 150යි. He has pear, he has pear තියෙනවා, අඹ තියෙනවා, අන්නාසි තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේ තියෙනවා තමයි. Now can you cater the whole බම්බලපිටිය? නෑ. මේ ඒරියා එකේ ඉන්න අවට කට්ටිය විතරයි. Niche means a very small market. SMEs, they don't cater the whole bigger market. They cater a small market. So a small market, yes. Right? Secondly, global operations. Ammata babai mutai uncle global operations karnawada. Tell me. Right? Globally kunanada eBay ke dala come and buy my Mumbai mutai. Right? Global operations tinada nehane lamai. Market dominance. Is there anyone dominating the market in the Bobai Mutai industry or Iswade industry? Nehane lamai. Eman hani. Right? Market dominance and self-employment. Yani, they are self-employed. They are more of self-employed. Right? Decentralized decision making. Decentralized decision making. Do they have employees and all where they come together? Nehane lamai. Right? Informal structure, definitely yes. They have a very informal structure. Or a machan vibe deke වැඩ කරන්නේ. Right? Autonomy. What do you mean by autonomy? What do you mean by autonomy? Huh? What? They are very independent, no? Autonomy means independence, guys. They are very, very independent, lamai. Right? Autonomy is where they are very independent. Limited access to capital තියෙනවා ළමයි. So all of these are there. දැන් බලන්න මේ වගේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් ආවම පොඩ්ඩක් practical හිතන්න. Now put Bombay Mutai in that place and think with ළමයි. You will easily get the answer. Right? You will easily get the answer. So A, B, A, D, F, G, H. A, D, F, G, H. Second one is the answer. Right? Now you don't know, guys. Then you take India as a country, guys. India wala street food people, right? Street food people, they basically look, there are chai walas. Chai wala, ලංකාවේ chai wala. ඒක නමනේ guys, business එකක කඩේක නමනේ. හැබැයි ඒ chai විකුණන කට්ටියට අපි කියන්නේ chai wala කියලා. Right? Chai wala, chai guy. Right? Indians drink a lot of tea. Chai walas earn a massive amount of money per month. ඩැල්ලක් ඉන්න chai wala කෙනෙක් ඉන්දියාවල Lamborghini පදින්නේ. දැකලා තියෙනවද ළමයි? Right? ඒ වගේ ටී විකුණන්න පටන් ගමුද? It's a good business, sir. Right? When you go into these countries, there are something called, right, tea addicts. Like now I am a coffee addict. At least minimum 7 coffees per day. Right? Coffee addict. ඒකයි මේව දුවන්නේ. උදේ පාන්දර නැගිට ගමන් ඇඳින් බහින්නේ I get off the bed drinking coffee. I don't get off the bed drinking coffee. I can't get off the bed drinking the coffee. I can't run my day without drinking a coffee. I drank a coffee like when I woke up. Now in another little while, I will get another coffee. Right? I don't like tea. I'm not a tea guy. I'm a coffee guy. Right? ඒ වගේ ගොඩක් කට්ටිය ඉන්නවා ළමයි. Right? I had one of my grandfathers who smoked, guys. That guy used to have at least, with every cigarette, he needs to have a tea. Every cigarette, he needs to have a tea. Around 11-12 teas per day. කඩේකින් ගන්නවා නම් ළමයි per tea is how much? $150. I don't know, 150. 150 into 11. Put the calculation and see. ඒක විතරද සිගරට් එක? 3000ක් විතර දවසට සිගරට් ටී ගන්න. Right? So guys, that's a good business. Sir. Today, small businesses, they earn a massive amount of money. මාර ලොකු සල්ලියක් හම්බ කරනවා ළමයි. Right? Yeah, what is the problem? AAA. මේ වගේ නම කියන්න. Niche market, sorry, I forgot. Niche market කියන්නේ very small market එකක් ළමයි. Shooty market එකක්. ලොකු market එකක් නෙමෙයි. You're catering for a small market. AAA, can I know what is your name? මේ Remy Studio එකේ ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ. Right? නම කියන්න, I'll rename you. Very difficult. Guys, is this clear? Guys, skim through the 10 questions and let me know whether is it okay? Ammar. Skim through the 10 questions, guys. All 73 of you. Skim through. Okay? Is අමාරු නෑ ප්‍රශ්න ළමයි. මම ඩිස්කස් කරද්දී ඔක අමාරු නෑනේ. රයිට්? ඔක තමයි කියන්නේ පේපර්ස් කරන්න කියලා. එන්න කියලා කියන්නේ ඒකට තමයි. Okay. Guys, any questions you all have? Any questions you all have? Huh? ප්‍රශ්න මොනවද තියෙනවද? Guys online, any questions? All of you? I am very slow. You want me to increase my speed? Am I slow? Slow the. Slow the guys. Guys, am I slow? මටත් රෂ් කරලා පැයකින් මේ තියම කරන්න පුළුවන්. බොරු වැඩක්. But if you understand MCQs properly, these knowledge you can apply it for your paper 2 also. Right? You can apply the knowledge for paper 2 also. Right? Paper 2 because I skim through. Detail යන්න වෙලාවක් නැහැ. ඒතන ප්‍රශ්න 8යි මෙතන 50ක් ගියා නම් පැය 10ක් 12ක් විතර උනේ. Right? එහෙම කරන්න බෑ. අමාරුයි. Right? So I will go through slow, you will get a lot of learnings. Go slowly. No, it's good for us. Okay. Right? Hurry. Now question number 11. RTGS. අයියෝ මේක ඊයේත් ආවනේ. ඊයේත් තිබ්බ paper එකේ if I'm not mistaken RTGS ප්‍රශ්නේ. Real time gross settlement system. Now when you take infrastructures guys, you have how many types of infrastructure? Number 1, SLIP. Sri Lanka Interbank Payment Systems. All the transactions within Sri Lankan banks, all the interbank payments takes place through SLIP, right? That is number 1, all the interbank payments. Number 2, SWIFT. Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Transactions. Now within Sri Lanka, interbank, right? Within Sri Lanka, right? Then interbank with the world, that is SWIFT, right? Let's say you're transferring money through France, you're transferring money to India, SWIFT. Number 3, guys, what? Number 3. RTGS, Real-Time Gross Settlement System. What is it? What is Real-Time Gross Settlement System? Guys online, Real-Time Gross Settlement System කියන්නේ මොකක්ද ළමයි? Electronic transfer කියලා මාත් දන්නවා මේ ඔක්කොම electronic transfers තමයි. What is it? මොකක්ද? What Yamala? What is the answer? What is real-time gross settlement system? Okay. කියලා දුන්නා ළමයි ඊයේත් කියලා දුන්නා. Rescue එකෙත් කියලා දුන්නා. What is it? High value transactions, right? high value transactions වෙන්නේ high value transactions instantly, right? All of these takes place, right? All of these takes place electronically, but high value transactions instantly goes through RTGS. Number 4, what is it? Scriptless securities settlement system and scriptless securities depository system, right? Scriptless securities settlement system, scriptless securities depository system. Making වෙන්නේ ළමයි මොකද්ද කියලා ඇහුවොත්, right? Through this, you will basically be undertaking something called what? Right? Paperless transactions, right? Paperless securities transactions. ඒ කියන්නේ ළමයි all the government treasury bills, bonds, debentures, commercial papers, all of these are secured, transferred, sold, bought, government securities, treasury bonds, bills, commercial papers, all of these papered instruments, you are making it paperless, you are digitalizing them and you are putting it into a system. This fifth system, what is it, guys? Fifth system මොකක්ද? පස්වෙනි සිස්ටම් එක මොකක්ද guys? පස්වෙනි සිස්ටම් එක මොකක්ද? fifth system එක. Above 50 million එම limit එකක් නෑ ළමයි, but big amounts. Right? What is the fifth system? Lanka Secure system ළමයි. Lanka Secure. Lanka Secure is a combination of RTGS plus SSSS. මේ දෙකේම combination එකක් තමයි Lanka Secure. That means high value paperless transactions, right? ඒක මතක තියාගන්න, right? Real time gross settlement system of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka is an offline fund transfer. Offline, it's an online. An electronic fund transfer system, a check imaging and transaction system, a scriptless securities settlement system, scriptless securities depository system. Not 4 and 5, not 1, not 3, correct answer is 2, right? It's an electronic fund transfer system, right? It's an electronic fund transfer system. I have given you the meanings. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear? Clear the? Hurry. Okay. Indemnity principle. Indemnity principle කියන්නේ ළමයි, it is a what? It is what? මොකක්ද indemnity? Indemnity කියන්නේ මොකක්ද ළමයි? It is a principle of insurance. Now, indemnity principle says ළමයි, you cannot make any profits. Make any profits in insurance. Under indemnity, you have two forms of principles. What are the two ළමයි? Subrogation and contribution. But remember guys, indemnity principle only applies for general insurance. Indemnity principle does not apply for life insurance, because in life insurance, you can make something called a profit, right? In life insurance, you can make something called a profit. So this does not apply to life insurance, right? Now, subrogation කියන්නේ ළමයි, let's say, right? Basically, it doesn't allow the insured to gain external benefits. External benefits ගෙන්න දෙන්නේ නැහැ. Now, for an example, guys, let's say your car knocks an accident. Condemned, fully broken. Insurance company will replace your car. What do you think they will do with that condemned car? If they give you that condemned car, guys, you can sell that for scrap and make a small profit, no? But they will take that car back. That is subrogation. Contribution කියන්නේ ළමයි, right? If you have insured, right? If an asset is insured in several companies, the compensation is contributed by many. The compensation is contributed by many, right? Many people will contribute towards the what? They will contribute towards the මොකක්ද? Compensation. හරිද? They will contribute. Okay? So, Noora. So, explain indemnity, please. Okay, one more time if I'm explaining indemnity. Indemnity කියන්න ළමයි, you can't make any profits in insurance, right? This applies only for general insurance, right? Applies only for general insurance. It does not apply for what? Life insurance make apply වෙන්නේ නැහැ, right? Life insurance වලට මේක apply වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Only general insurance it's going to be applied, right? So මේකේ මොකද්ද වෙන්නේ කිව්වොත් ළමයි, right? You cannot make any additional profits from your general insurance, right? And under indemnity, you have two sub-principles, subrogation, contribution. Subrogation says any additional benefits, you can't have it, we insurance company will have it, right? Let's say I have insured my watch. My watch breaks. Now, you might wonder who the hell insures watches? There are people, right? There are people. Even watches go for millions and millions and millions, right? Insure. Let's say the watch breaks. Not when it breaks. It's a risk, no? It breaks. The insurance company will not even allow you to keep that broken watch. They will replace you the watch and they take that broken watch. Because if you sell that broken watch, you can make any money. So it doesn't allow the insurer to gain external benefits, right? Not allowing the insurer to gain external benefits. Secondly, guys, contribution is where you can insure one asset in several companies. One asset in several companies. When you insure one asset in several companies, and if that asset is damaged, what happens is, guys, you will basically be compensated, right? You will be compensated, right, by contributing, right? Now let's say 1 million damage, right? All five, if you have insured it in five companies are not going to give you 1 million each. 5 of them will break it and compensate, right? They will contribute a portion, right? They will partially contribute. Okay, Noora, is it clear? Stakeholders and shareholders. Stakeholders are all the interested parties. Shareholders are the owners, right? Shareholders are the owners, stakeholders are all the interested parties. දැන් ළමයි මේක මට detail explain කරන්න බෑ, ලොකු explanation එකක්, time constraints තියෙනවා. Okay? Now, okay, next one. Question number 13. Which is not an attribute of printed media? Attribute කියන්නේ ළමයි character of printed. Now make a printed media නේ ළමයි. Not an attribute. Broader coverage. Delayed feedback. Better visualization. Personal interaction. Geographically scattering. What do you think is the answer? මොකක්ද answer එක? What do you think? Not an attribute of printed media. Number one, guys, broader coverage. Yes, you can. Right now, for an example, printed media, තව example එකක් ගත්තොත් ලොකු billboard එකක්. Right? A big billboard. You know billboards, no? Billboard එකක් දානවා ළමයි. ඒ billboard එක printed media. Right? Is there a broader coverage? පාරෙන් හැම එකම බල බල යනවනේ ළමයි එක. Now you go to නුගේගොඩ side වල හැරෙන තැන සර්ලගේ photos තියෙනවා. Right? හැරෙන තැන. But නුගේගොඩ is only famous for tuition. Right? නුගේගොඩ is very famous for tuition. Right? අර සිංහල medium class එකක් එමෙ උරුණා නම් පැටව් ගාලාගේ පාරේ ඉන්නේ. Right? පැටව් ගාලාගේ එනවා කෙලින්ම 2000ක් විතර එළියට එනවා ජොග් ගාලා. Right? You go to Sakkyavilu. You see our Ravindu Sirge class එකේම ICT කරන්නේ, anyone who is going there? ICT Ravindu Bandara පැටව් ගාලාගේ එළියට 2000ක් විතර එළියට එන එකපාරටම. Right? කුකුල් කූඩුවක් වගේ ළමයි ඒක. Right? Because he does English medium, Sinhala medium together, no? Right? So basically that's how it happens. So, you know, like everyone comes out. You go to this big Bandara ඔක්කොම ළමයි Bandara Econ BS කරන්නේ Sinhala medium. right? එළියට එනවා කියන්නේ අම්මට උඩු කෙලින්ම 1000ක් 2000ක් විතර එළියට එනවා. right? you go to කුරුණෑගල side and see විලි ළමයි. right? you know කැන්ඩි වල කැන්ඩි main road අර පරණ පාර අලුත් පාල කියලා තියෙනවා. පරණ පාරේ තමයි I think in the old road only you have all the tuition classes. tuition class එකක් ඉවරනම පාරේ traffic. පාරේ traffic කා 357 traffic. ඇයි tuition class ඉවරයි. හැම එකම පාරේ. right? So broader coverage is there guys those. Delayed feedback. yeah no. දැක්ක ගමන් සර් ක්ලාස් එකක්ද මං එන්නද දැන් නෑනේ. දකින්න තමයි ආස හිතෙන්නේ. එකපාර දැක්කම ආස හිතෙන්නේ නෑ ළමයි. දකින්න තමයි ආස හිතෙන්නේ ළමයි ඒක. right? better visualization. ලස්සන visualizations තියෙනවා ළමයි. right? ඒක තියෙනවා. now you see guys අර liberty එක මෙතන තියෙන්නේ liberty and unity. අර digital screens ගාලා තියෙන්නේ. what a visualizing නේ. right? eye catching. right? then personal interaction. Are you going to personally interact with people through a printed media like that? නැහැනේ ළමයි. right? ඔය ආර වැටෙනවද? අර මෙහෙම දැකලා ෂාරුක් ખાන් නෙම බිල්බෝඩ් එකක් හිටියානම් ෂාරුක් ખાන් මගේ ආදරේ කියලා ගිහලා උම්ම එකක් දෙනවද බිල්බෝඩ් එකට? නැහැනේ. උම්ම එකක් දෙන්නේ නැහැනේ කියලා බිල්බෝඩ් එකට ළමයි. right? So there is no personal interaction ළමයි. It's not an attribute. But geographical scattering, yes. You can geographically scatter it all over. right? So correct answer is yes. දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ කවුරු හරි උම්මා දෙනවද ගිල්ලා? නැහැනේ. right? ෂාරුක් ખાන්ට එම. right? අනේ ෂාරුක් ખાන් පැටි අර ඇටේම පොඩ්ඩක් අර ෂාරුක් කියලා පොඩ්ඩක් එහෙම යනවද දන්න ඕගොල්ලෝ ඒ වගේ ඇතිනේ ළමයි who knows? who knows? right? okay? right. Which aspect of logistics involve process of moving goods from customer back to the seller? Now lamai very important area mama ඊයේ තමයි 2027 වලට කියලා දුන්නේ මේක. right? 2027 වලට ඊයේ තමයි කියලා දුන්නේ. right? I will teach you this whole concept. In one diagram. right? I3 recap pack කරන්න ළමයි. Now when you take logistical systems guys, logistics ගත්තොත් right, this is the movement right from supplier to basically the business to basically the consumer. This is where you are transporting and warehousing only. Logistics includes transporting, warehousing, but supply chain is bigger than that. A part of supply chain is only logistics. Supply chain ඇතුලේ තමයි logistics තියෙන්නේ. Now you take guys supply chain management. මේක ඇතුලේ තමයි logistics තියෙන්නේ. Logistics ඇතුලේ තමයි transportation තියෙන්නේ. right? Supply chain is the bigger picture. Logistics is only transporting and warehousing and managing. right? Now basically supply to the business, you are bringing in raw materials, no? right? You're bringing in raw materials. We call it what type of logistics? Inbound logistics, right? We call it inbound. right? Business to the customer, you're sending out, right? The finished goods. Here raw materials are bought in, here finished goods are sent out. We call it outbound. Now there are 4 types of systems guys. Number 1, heavy inbound. ඒ කියන්නේ ළමයි මේ process එක, this process, right? Supplier to business is very complex. right? Bringing in the raw materials are very complex. right? මාරාමාරුයි. For an example, building a ship, building an airplane, bringing the raw materials to one place is very tough. That is there. Second one, heavy outbound. Heavy outbound කියන්නේ ළමයි මේ process එක, this process. මේක අමාරුයි. right? Business to customer is very complex. right? Very complex. For an example, chemicals. හදන්න ලේසි, අරන් යන්න අමාරුයි. Glasses, sand වලින් හදන්නේ glasses. You make glasses via sand. හදන්න ලේසි, අරන් යන්න අමාරුයි. නිකන් හරි කැඩුනොත්. right? Have you ever broken a glass in your life? Definitely yes, no. You have definitely broken a glass in your life, ළමයි. right? ඒ කියන්නේ මගේ නම් බැනුම් 400 ගෙතර අම්බාන්ට glass කඩලා ඒ කියන්නේ අර කම්මැලි කමට මේ අත වද්දලා මේම I keep my glasses next to my bed. අත වද්දලා බයිනවා එකම අර මං හිතන්නේ glass set එකක්ම මං කැඩුවා. right? So ඔයගේ තියෙන ළමයි once I dropped a tray itself like this හොඳටම බැනුම් හැව්වා. Right? Third one කියන්නේ ළමයි balanced. ඒ කියන්නේ ළමයි inbound complexity is equal to the outbound complexity. If this is hard, then this also will be hard. If this is easy, this also will be easy. It's a balanced system. Right? And finally reverse. Reverse කියන්නේ මොකද්ද ළමයි? ඉස්සරහට යනවද? Reverse කියන්නේ ඉස්සරහට යනවද නැහැ. පිටිපස්සට එනවා. Right? Then මෙතනට forward. Reverse කියන්නේ මෙතනින් පිටිපස්සට එනවා. Then gas ගන්න ඕනේ ළමයි. You take gas value. Right? Then ඔයා කඩේට gas ගන්න ගියාම what they ask you? Gas? Gas cylinder එක නැත්තම් තොට ගහයි gas එක. Right? You need to take the gas cylinder and go and give it to the shop, no? Right? Gas cylinder එක කඩේට දෙනවා. Right? Consumer is giving the gas cylinder to the shop. The kade uncle will give it back to the last litro guy. Right? Kade uncle will give it back. Right? Now there are two types of gas producers in Sri Lanka. Who are the two? They're very simple, no guys. The blue gas cylinder is there. The yellow gas cylinder is there. Blue is what? Shell. ඒක දන්නේ නැති ගොබ්බ පැටවු කියන්නේ ළමයි. Blue LP gas අනිත් මූල හරක්ට කියා කවුද? Right? LP නෙමෙයි යකෝ. Litro is only blue. Right? Yellow is laugh. Right? ඒ වගේ it goes back and refills and come. Reverse කියන්නේ පිටිපස්සට යනවා ළමයි. Now let's say you buy a product. The product is defaulter. There's a defect in the product. You give it back to the business. Business gives it back to the supplier. Right? So, which aspect of logistics involve the process of moving goods from the customer back to the seller for recycling purpose? Even recycling customer back. ඉස්සර ළමයි මතකද අර අලියා බීම ආවා. තාමත් තියෙන අර glass bottles. A glass bottle you don't take it home and go, no? You drink it in the shop itself and keep it. Right? They will recycle that bottle again and refill it again. Right? So it's a basically reverse logistical system. Right? Fourth one is the answer. දැන් බලන්න මෙතනින් ලොකු මේ සෙට් එකම කියලා දුන්නා ළමයි. Is that clear ළමයි? Is that clear? Is that clear? Clear? Right. Right. Metana guys, your A-level syllabus, there is a small problem, right? Question number, okay, before that I'll come into this. Right. When the Sri Lankan rupee depreciates against the US dollar, select the option that correctly indicates the general effect of imports and export quantities in Sri Lanka. When did I teach you this? I taught you this on one rescue class. Right? Rescue class එකක මං කියලා දුන්නා. Right. Depreciation, appreciation. Now, let's say the value of $1 in Sri Lankan rupees is rupees 300. Right? හොඳට මහා ගන්න ළමයි. Value of $1 in Sri Lankan rupees is rupees 300. ඒ කියන්නේ ළමයි මේක ගන්න, let's say this is the dollar. Economics දන්න කට්ටිය ආන් ඉඳපන්. Economics කරන්නේ නැති කවුද මෙතන? Who is not doing economics? දන්නේ නැහනේ. එහෙනම් ආන් ඉඳපන්. The value, let's say this is a dollar. Right? The price of this dollar is 300. Right? There can be two scenarios. $1 is equal to rupees 400. $1 is equal to rupees 200. What do you think is good? Second one. 200 or 400? 200 or 400. Both are not good. Both have problems you all will learn in economics. Right? Now, Lamai, earlier, if this was the dollar, earlier to buy this, you pay 300. Now to buy this, you are paying 400. That means the value of this has gone up, no? Value of dollar has gone up. Whatever we have in hand, the Sri Lankan rupees value has come down. This is what we call depreciation. If now let's say earlier to buy this we pay 300, now to buy this we are paying 200. Value of this has come down. We have more better value of currencies, right? This is what we call appreciation, right? Appreciation and depreciation. Now, Lamai, they are asking when depreciation, what happens to imports and exports? When there is a depreciation, what happens to imports and exports, right? Now, basically, let's take a mango, will you? mango, this one අඹ ගෙඩියක් වගේ පේනවද නැහැනේ. කමන්නේ එමෙ හිතපන්. මේක $1. Importing means you're bringing it from India to Sri Lanka. Right? You're bringing it from India to Sri Lanka. Earlier, right, import wala, earlier, right, you paid 300. Right? Now you're paying 400. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Huh? You're paying more, no? Then will people import? Will people import? Nah. Imports will reduce. Right? Imports will reduce. Now let's say you're exporting Vilulamai from Sri Lanka to basically India. $1 is the mango. Earlier, the Sri Lankan, when you're sending it out, you got 300. Now you're getting 400. Good or bad? ඉස්සර එක්ස්පෝර්ට් කරද්දී යවද්දි ළමයි ඉස්සර 300යි හම්බුනේ දැන් 400ක් හම්බ වෙනවා ළමයි. මොකද්ද? හොඳයිද නරකයිද? ඒක හොඳයි. Then exports will increase. So imports are decreasing, exports are increasing. Answer is the fourth option. Right? I mean, compared to business studies, guys, I also love economics better. Right? I like economics better. I would love to teach economics. Right? It's so interesting and, lovely. Right? Numbers and, crunching all these things and all. Right? May I set එක clear ද ළමයි? මේක clear ද? දැන් මේක දන්නේ නැත්නම් ලියා ගනින්න. Right? දැන් economics කරන්න නැති උන් දන්නේ නැත්නම් ලියා ගනින්න. Is this clear, guys, online? Guys, online clear? ළමයි හරි. Now, question number 16. Now, මෙතන පොඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා ළමයි. මෙතන, right, in our syllabus, right, මේ factor කියන නමට there are two meanings. Right? Factor agent කියන නමට there are two meanings. Right? Factor agent. Right? That's a problem. Right? Factor agent කියන නමට there are two meanings. Right? Actually මං ඊයේ factor කියන හාදයක් කියලා දුන්නා ළමයි. Who buys that? Invoices and sell. Right? It's a very big confusion people have. Right? We will see. 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So here, guys, okay. Right? So now, lamai, a person who connects the buyer and the seller, right? ඌ තමයි broker කියන්නේ. Connects the bride and the groom, connecting, and he gets a commission from both the parties. Right? He is a broker. Right? I have taught you this yesterday also, guys. A broker is someone who connects the buyer and the seller. මේ දෙන්නව connect කරලා ළමයි, right? He connects it and then he gets a commission, a brokerage fee from both the parties, buyer and seller. House brokers connecting buyer seller get a commission from both the parties. Number 2, guys, buys or sells goods under one's names. Right? Buys or sells goods under one's names. Right? There's another meaning for factor, lamai. There's another meaning they say for factor. I don't know what's wrong in the syllabus here. I'm also not very clear about it because there are two meanings. Actual factor agent means he is buying invoices that professional rowdy kina meaning eka. That is the actual factor agent. Because if you take ACC, CIMA, AAT syllabuses, CMA syllabus, in all of these, factor kiyanne, he is like a professional rowdy, right? Where he buys invoices of receivables, right? And he collects it later. That one. But here, this syllabus says another meaning. This came from 2022. From 2022, only this factor kina nama marune. He buys or sells good under his own name. He will buy the good from the producer, right? The second meaning of factor, right? Second meaning of factor, right? Second meaning of factor lamai, me factor kiyana hadaya, right? He will basically buy the good, right, from the business and basically sells it to the consumer. Right? This is the second meaning. Right? So I think, guys, now onwards, if they ask you what is a factor, you have to use this meaning. Right? You have to use this meaning. Right? So factor kiyanne B in on his own name. Guarantees to pay for goods sold on credit. Now guarantees to pay goods sold on credit. He is a Dell Credit agent, right? A Dell Credit agent kiyanne lamai, he will sell goods on behalf of the principal or the business, right? He will sell on credit, right? Now basically the business, you have the consumer. This Dell Credit agent, right? He via him, via this Dell Credit agent, the business will sell the goods to the consumer on credit. Let's say the consumer doesn't pay, he will guarantee a payment. I am guaranteeing you this bugger will pay. If he doesn't pay, I will pay. Right? Now, basically, this Dell Credit agent, via the business, he will sell it to the consumer on credit. But he will say, I am guaranteeing you. If the consumer doesn't pay you back, I will pay. Right? I will pay. So that is a Dell Credit agent. See. Arranges sale of goods for the highest bidder. Auctioneer, no? Where you bid. Auctioneer tamai bids. Right? D. Buys or sells on personal desire. Buys or sells on personal desire lamai commissioned. Right? ඒ කියන්නේ guys මේක ලොකු confusion එකක් වෙලා තියෙන ළමයි ගොඩක් කට්ටියට මේ factor agent එක but අනිත් ඒවා ටික shape because there are two meanings. Back in the day this was not the meaning but today this is the meaning. Right? මේ ටික මතක තියාගන්න ළමයි shape එකේ. Okay? Now answer is what? C, D, A, E, B. Third one. Question number 17. Guys, question number 17. The managerial sub-role that focuses on constructing a positive image towards the organization. Right? Now, they're talking about Mintzberg's roles. How many roles, main roles are there in Mintzberg? Mintzberg, how many main roles? Huh? 3 main roles. What are the 3 main roles? Interpersonal, informational and decisional. How many sub-roles? 10. Figurehead, leader, liaison, monitor, disseminator, spokesperson, negotiator, disturbance handler, resource allocator and entrepreneur. Right? What is the role, sub-role, which focuses on constructing a positive image towards the company? Positive image. What is it, guys? What is it? Positive image. What is it? Remember, he is the one who will speak on behalf of the company to the public, no? Spokesperson. A spokesperson kinahadya, he will speak on behalf of the public, right? And he will create, okay, he will give that guarantee, okay, we have this image kiela. Monitor, uses information to check performances. Figurehead, represents the company in ceremonies. He will go to the ceremonies. Resource allocator brings and gives resource. Disturbance handler solves problems, right? Lamai, up to now, is everything clear? Up to now, is everything clear? 17 වෙනකම් clear? Focus, guys, focus. නැත්තම් මේක අමාරුයි. Focus කරේ නැත්තම් අමාරුයි. ළමයි focus, focus, focus. Right? Yeah. Don't ask me that question now. You don't need it. You're not doing economics. You don't need it for BS. It's a very big explanation of at least 3 hours. Bagada kila dinne bad. Both of them are not good. Both of them are toxic.
Let's go by step.
Yeah. It relates to inflation. Right? Both of these, if you have more of them, it will relate to inflation. It will cause problems. Right? So it either can cause inflation or deflation. It's not good. Right? Now, why did I erase this? Right. Now, Lamai, question number 18. Consider the following statements. A and B. One of the main objectives of the business is to utilize resources in an efficient manner. Efficient කියන්නේ මොකක්ද ළමයි? Efficient කියන්නේ මොකක්ද? Efficiency කියන්නේ achieving a great output with the least input. Is that an objective? Is that an objective, guys? Is that an objective? Definitely yes. Using the resources in the best manner. doing the right thing with the resources, right? One of the main objectives of the business is to maximize customer satisfaction at any cost. Are you going to satisfy customers at any cost? Nahane lamai. Right? Do you think I'm going to teach you 24 hours a day ude na raya wenakam mage jeevithe nathi karang? Nahane lamai. I will try my best, but not at any cost. I will not compromise certain things of mine, right? I will try to compromise, but not everything, right? So B is wrong, not at any cost, right? The business will try to satisfy the customer by making only a profit, right? So A is only correct. So which is option number 1. Question number 19, right? Question number 19. Okay. Product interesting, no? Right. There is a chart. Right. According to the above chart, what is the inventory quantity in units that will assist to continue the production of an organization if the ordered quantity has not been received on time? Tricky, yeah? Now listen to me very carefully, right? What is the, from the above chart, right? What is the inventory quantity in units, right? What is the inventory quantity in units? Before that, you all should know, guys, this is the maximum inventory you can hold. This is the reorder level. This is the minimum inventory, right? Okay. Maximum reorder level minimum, right? Now, what is the quantity, inventory quantity in units? In units, now you have to tell it in units, right? That will assist to continue, that will help you continue the production, and it will help you even continue. If the ordered quantity has not been received on time, now where do you place the order? Here. This is where you place an order. Where do you receive the order? Placed here. Received here. Now, if you don't receive it here, guys, this is the minimum, is known as, guys, a buffer stock also, no? Your safety stock. Your safety stock. You can maximum go till here. Before this, you have to receive your order, right? So this is your safety stock. They're asking you for your safety stock. What is the safety level you have if you don't receive your orders on time, which is 20, right? Which is 20. So answer is 1, right? Which is 20. So answer is 1, right? If at any cost person there, yes. Aisha, yes. Aisha, yes. Right? So guys, is that clear? They're asking you what is the, right, buffer stock in here indirectly. Poda practically hitala make a read karan none. Right, guys, online? Is that clear? 19. Or do you all want another explanation? Okay, clear. Perfect. Now, question number 20. Following are some parties who are involved in a physical distribution channel. Write the correct sequence of physical distribution channel would be. What is this lamai? Ane lamai. Right? You have producer, from producer to the agent, agent to the wholesaler, wholesaler to the retailer, retailer to the consumer. Producer nattam metana dila tine factory kela. So factory, agent, wholesaler, retailer, consumer. Right? Factory, agent, wholesaler, retailer, consumer. BDACE. BDACE. Fourth one is the answer. Right? Fourth one is the answer. Right? Simple, no, guys. Factory taking, agent, agent taking, wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, retailer to consumer. Hare? No. Fourth one. Fourth one only should be correct. Right? From factory only it goes to the agent. Now you, for an example, Anchor gatot lamai, Anchor produces the factories in Biagama. Right? For every province, there's an agent. Agent will distribute it to a wide area. May agent will give it to wholesalers. Wholesaler is a person who buys good to resale. Right? He doesn't give to final consumption. He is buying goods to sell it to the retailer. Retail only sells it to the consumer. No. Wholesalers don't sell it to agent. It comes the other way. Right?
Uncle works on a company. Sit from what's the rest of people?
Then he's an agent. He's not a wholesaler. Right?
Sit from wholesalers. Like, there's not wholesaling. What do you say?
You can't. It doesn't work like that. Practically, my agents only distribute it to a wider place. Agents only give it to the wholesaler. Wholesalers only give it to the retailers. Right? Now, for an example, Apple phones ka tutlamai. Apple, they give it to our agents. We have Gentex, right? Genex Tina, Singer Tina, Abans Tina, they are the agents. Agents give it to these wholesalers. Wholesalers give it to the retailers. Retailers give it to the consumers. Right? මේව තමයි යන්න ඕනේ. Right? Marking scheme. Now, guys, marking scheme, right? පොඩ්ඩක් ඒකේ marking scheme එකේ මොකද්ද තියෙන්නේ? 3. But බෑ. 3 and 4 දෙකම තියෙනවා. But මේක තමයි හරි එක. Right? Practically, this is correct. This is the right order. Right? Practically and theoretically, this is the right order. Right? ඒක මතක තියාගන්න. Right? Now, 19, question number 19, Mariam, they're directly asking you, they're indirectly asking you, what is the safety stock you need to have? If you don't receive your order on time, what is the safety stock? So this is where you place an order. This is where you receive it. If you don't receive your order on time, you have enough of inventory. Yeah, this amount of inventory as buffer. So 20 is the buffer. Right? Yeah, don't trust the marking scheme always also, guys. Paper 2 sometimes wrong, huh? Right? Marking scheme එක හැමතිස්සම trust කරන්න හොඳත් නැහැ. Right? Guys, 11 to 20. Can you take about 2 minutes and skim through? 2 minutes, skim through. Let me know if you have any questions. 11 to 20. Thank you, guys. Right? Guys, okay? Guys, any doubts you all have? 11 to 20, any doubts? Printed media means anything which is printed. Right? Anything like, let's say, printed. Now, let's say banners in the board, right? Let's say billboards, right? Loku posters, ewa. Ara gahan election kale lamai ara posters, ewa. That's printed media, right? Auctioneer means, guys, he is a person who will conduct an auction. This auctioneer, what he will do is, he will gather a lot of people who is willing to buy that product. Now, for an example, let's say I have a valuable watch, right? Valuable watch, right? I want to sell it at the highest price possible. He will gather a lot of people who wishes to buy this product, and he will run for bids, right? He will start with the bidding price, okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, highest price, it will be sold, right? Okay. Question number 20, right? They're asking you how does a physical distribution channel goes. Remember, from the factory, it goes to the agent to the wholesalers, wholesaler to retailer and consumer, right? Unit number 14 uthina, unit number 11 එකේ තියෙනවා මේක. හරි? Now question number 21. From the above, select the option that correctly includes only shopping goods. Now, shopping good ගත්තොත් ළමයි, right? Shopping goods are the goods where you compare price, quality, durability, features, and all of these when purchasing, right? මේ සෙට් එකම බලනවා ළමයි. අර ඇඳුම් ගද්දී ඔයගොල්ලෝ price එක බලනවා, feature එක බලනවා, quality එක බලනවා, ඒ වගේ බලනවා ළමයි. Right? So basically, furniture. Furniture, do you think is it a shopping good? Right? Lankave furniture is a specialty good. But actually, if you see in other countries, in the worldwide, furniture is not a big good you buy. Right? It's a very chooty thing you buy. Right? And it is considered as a shopping good. Right? So furniture is considered as a shopping good. Right? Then smartphone. Yeah. ලංකාවේ තමයි අපි effort දාලා දඟල ගන්නේ ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එකක්. බට් හේ නෑ. කඩේට අපි ටොපියක් ගන්න යනවා වගේ තමයි උංගිල ෆෝන් එකක් ගන්නෙ. උංගේ ඉන්කම් එකට ඒ ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එක ලාභයි ළමයි. Right? So smartphones, yes. Right? Magazines. Magazine කියන්නේ convenient good දෙයක් ළමයි. You buy it regularly, no? You don't compare price, quality, durability for magazines. Jewelry. Right? Jewelry lamai, it's considered as a specialty good tamai, right? But Lankave is a specialty. Worldwide gatti, it is not specialty. It is like a shopping good. You check these factors lamai, it's a shopping good. Right? So jewelry also, yes. Right? Fridges. Kata galada ne lamai, Lankave tamai uchchara dagalanne. Because now what is our mindset is, guys, Sri Lankan mindset, no? Right? මේව ඔක්කොම ගණන් අපිට. Worldwide මේව ගණන් නැහැ. දැන් අපේ ලංකාවේ ළමයි, if you are going to buy, let's say, a phone, අම්බෝ දඟලනවා. Right? For like, let's say, if you are buying an iPhone 17 Pro Max, 450,000 rupees. It's a big amount. But in other countries, it's a very small amount for the income they make. Buying a fridge is a very small thing. Buying a TV is a small thing. Buying jewelry is a small thing. අපි උන් තමයි දඟලන්නේ because our income is low. We are a low income earning country, guys. That's why. Soft drinks is again convenience. Bread is convenience. TV. Yeah. BDD maker. Second one is the option. Right? So remember, shopping goods, these are the factors you see when buying. Right? These factors you see and only purchase a shopping good. Right? Now don't think from a Sri Lankan mindset, check from that mindset. Because all of these factors, you can check this and only buy. Right? Okay. Question number 22. What is an example of internal and direct? Internal and direct sources of funds for business. Internal means within the business. It's available within the business. Direct, there is no intermediaries. Right? Retained profits. Internal, Is it available within the business? Definitely yes, that is the answer. Right? Ordinary shares, external direct. Ordinary shares kiyanne lamai, it's external and direct. Factoring kiyanne lamai, right? Factoring, right? It is external and indirect. Venture capitalist, external and what? There's a middleman. No, venture capital is the middleman. It's indirect. Bank loans, sorry, creditors, right? It's also external and indirect. Right? Okay. Guys, shape the. Guys, remember internal and direct. Internal within the business. If you didn't know what is direct, internal, only profits are available inside the business. You would have got the answer. Right? Question number 23. Right? From the following, the type of the domestic debt that was recently restructured by the government of Sri Lanka. Ignore that question, guys. It's not applicable now. Not applicable now. It's not applicable now because it was current context of 2024. That was 2 years ago. Not applicable now. Huh? The answer was A Kali Matat Danne, guys. 23. Yeah, treasury bonds tamai, but you don't need it. Right. The process of locating, identifying, and attracting a suitable applicant for a job is called as. You're locating, identifying, and attracting. Attracting lamai. What do we call it? Attracting is recruitment. Selecting the right person is selection. Attracting is always recruitment. Right? Remember, recruitment wala tamai, guys. You basically, right, attract. While selecting is where, guys, you select the right person. Right? Eka mataka tiyaganna. Right? Okay. Question number 24. 25. Right. The following table shows some financial information. According to the above, how much is the opening cash balance for the month of April? Okay. Very simple, guys. Now, make a poddak mule pawichi karana hari. Right? Jan, Feb, March, April. You have opening balance, inflows, outflows. Opening is 10, 30, 20. Outflows are 20. Opening ekai inflow ekai add kara, right? Opening balance plus inflow minus outflow. That is the opening balance of February. Right? 10 plus 30, 40. 40 minus 20, 20 here. Opening balance, the closing balance here of 1 month is the opening balance of the other month. Right? Now, guys, here you have 40 minus 65. Right? Now there's a minus figure. March is a minus 5. Minus 5 plus 40, 35. 35 plus minus 40, again minus 5. Right? So the answer will be fifth one minus 5,000. Right? Opening balance of April is a minus 5,000. Which is the answer, option number 5. Right? Eka very simple, guys. Eka poddak mule pawichi karana muluna ganna puluwan. You don't even need to know accounting. You don't even need to know BS. Chutta mule pawichi karana hari ekata. Right. Okay. Question number 26. Now, hondara aganna lamai question number 26. Right? Okay. The following table shows types of employees and descriptions. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Working for an unlimited period. Kawuda me wage dialogue. Unlimited period lamai. They'll be working forever. A permanent employee only will be working for an unlimited period. Right? Permanent. Right? Which is going to be A. Undergoes a trial period. Who goes through a trial period? A probationary guy only undergoes a trial period. Now probation tamai trial period. Now probation is the trial period where the company decides whether are you suitable for the job or not. Right? Oya suitable නැද්ද කියලා බලන්නේ ළමයි probationary period එකේ. right? Then lamai works for a limited period. Limited period. Kawuda මේ dial එක lamai? Who? Temporary guy. Right? He's more of a temporary guy, no guys, temporary, limited. Are you over temporary? Like are a temporary boyfriend girlfriends වගේ තමයි. මේ කාලයකට හිටියා මේ කාලේ නැහැ. මේ කාලේ හිටියා මේ කාලේ නැහැ. දැන් A level කාලේ ඉන්නවා එකක්, O level කාලේ ඉන්නවා එකක්. යුනිවර්සිටි කාලේ ඉන්නවා එකක්, ඔෆිස් යන කාලේ ඉන්නවා එකක්. බදින කාලේ 4-5ක් විතර ඉන්නවා ළමයි. right? ඒ වගේ වෙන්න එපා. right? ඒකට කියන්නේ ළමයි තොපි බයන්න ඩුයන්න වයන්න අක් කියලා. right? Then guys, works on a needed basis. Need කියන්නේ ළමයි when a specific need comes up. When a specific need comes up, only you get them. Right? නැත්තම් ගන්නෙ නැහැ. මේකට කියන්නේ ළමයි අපි casual කියලා. Casual. Now let's say අර season එකක්. Season එකේ then you need more employees. Casual employees ලා ගන්නවා. Right? Works for a specific period, specific contract. Right? Now contract, 1 year contracts A wage. Right? Specific period is a contract. So DEABC. Now sometimes you have contractors lamai. Contractors la lamai, you can work on a contract for a company also. 1 year period only I will work for you. Now Unilever and all hires for contract lamai. 1 year, 2 year. A wage contracts වලට තමයි hire කරන්නේ. Permanent උත් ගන්නෙ නැහැ contract. But they give permanent benefits. Right? So answer is DEABC. Third one. Right? Eka clear the lamai? Y'all okay? Y'all okay? Y'all okay? Guys online, y'all okay with that? Right. 27. Select the correct indicator that reflects employee job satisfaction. Indicator reflecting employee job satisfaction. Now, how many indicators are there? How many indicators are there? Evaluating HRM. 3. What are the 3 indicators? Indicators ගත්තොත් ළම තුනක් තියෙනවා ළමයි. What are the 3 indicators? Guys, can someone tell me the 3 indicators? Huh? What are the 3 indicators? HR එකේ evaluating HRM chapter එකේ තියෙන කැලලක්. What are the 3 indicators ළමයි? Number 1, turnover. Employee turnover. Number of employees leaving the organization. Number 2, absenteeisms. How often are they not showing up to work? Number 3, මොකක්ද? Productivity. These are the 3 indicators. These are the 3 indicators you can basically use to basically calculate employee satisfaction. Eking බලද්දි ළමයි absenteeism is the only option available. 5th one. Right? Absenteeism is the only motivating ඔක්කොම නැහැ ළමයි. මේ තුන විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. Right? Indicators. Your syllabus එකේ. Question number 28. Following are some characteristics relating to currency. Compared with physical currency, what is the option that matches only the characteristics of digital currency? Digital currency එකට තියෙන options මොකක්ද? Tangible ද ළමයි? Can you touch and feel e-money? You can't. Globally accepted. Debit cards, credit cards are globally accepted. Yes. B. Right? High risk ද? Sorry. C කොයිද? මේ C කොයිද පල්ලයට ආවේ? Right. Remote accessibility. Can you access them anywhere you want? Can you access them anywhere you want? Definitely yes. E-money, electronic money can be accessed anywhere you want. Low divisibility. Can you divide them? Can you divide them, guys? Can you divide them? No. I mean, there is no problem. You can divide it, no? That impression නැහැ නේ. ලක්ෂයක් bank account එකේ තිබ්බම රුපියලක් වුණත් ගෙවන්න පුළුවන්. අවුලක් නැහැ. dividing you, it's divisible, right? DE. Intangible, definitely yes. E. F. High risk එකක් තියෙනවද ළමයි? නෑනේ. risk එකක් කීම කියලා නෑනේ. right? risk එකක් තියෙන ඒ වගේ ලොකු risk එකක් නෑ. හැබැයි සල්ලි උස්සන් යනවා නම් කෝටි 5ක් විතර සාක්කුවේ දාන් ඵලයන්කෝ පාරේ. කෝටි 5ක් විතර සාක්කුවේ දාන් ඵලයන්. බෙල්ල කපලා සල්ලි අරන් යයි. right? So high risk, low risk. Yeah, there is a very low risk, very safer, right, compared to physical money. right? දැන් මගේ පර්ස් එක ඉස්සුවත් කමක් නෑ ළමයි. debit credit card නේ තියෙන්නේ. I can cancel it through my phone. සල්ලි නෑ. right? පර්ස් එකේ if you asking me guys මගේ පර්ස් එකේම සල්ලි ඇත්තේ ළමයි රුපියල් 300යි තියෙන්නේ. I don't use money. right? I don't use money. debit credit card තමයි පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. කඩේට ගියත් අල්ලපු කඩේට ගියත් you can bank transfer. මෙතන ගියත් බන් ක්ලබ් එකේ කාඩ් ගන්නවා. යන්න යන තැන කාඩ් ගන්නවා ළමයි. Uber pick me කාඩ් ගන්නවා. පෙට්‍රල් ගෑවුවොත් කාඩ් ගන්නවා ළමයි. දැන් public washroom කාඩ් ගන්න නෑ යන්නෙත් නෑ. right? මල්ලි කාඩ් එක දීලා යන්න කියලා යන්නේ නෑ. But most of the places they accept card and cash, no? So it's easy. I don't carry cash. It's a problem all the certain times. right? සමහරලාට අර පික්නි කාර්ය උදේ පාන්දර සර් කාඩ් ද කෑෂ් දම් මටලු ගන්න එතන උන්ට ඒ වෙලාවට right? ඒව තියෙනවා. right? Highly divisible also. You can divide it into any amount you want. So B, C, E, G, H. What is the answer, guys? Third one is the answer. Question number 29. right? ඒක clear ද ළමයි? පොඩ්ඩක් මොලේ පාවිච්චි කරත් මේක ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඉංග්‍රීසි පොඩ්ඩක් දැනගෙන මොලේ පාවිච්චි කරත් මේක ගන්න පුළුවන්. IO accounting terms. right? Match it properly. Match it properly. Net profit minus income tax. මොකක්ද ඒ ළමයි? Net profit minus income tax. But it's පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න. මේ පේපර් එක පොඩ්ඩක් ගංජා හදලා තියෙන්නේ. right? net profit කියන්නේ ළමයි profit after tax නේ. ඒකෙන් කොයිද තව income tax එකක් අඩු නෝද? corporate tax. income tax. yeah, profit for the period ගන්න පුළුවන්. You can, if they are taking a sole trader, right? sole trader ගත්තොත් net profit එකෙන් you reduce income tax. හරි. profit for the period. right? පොඩ්ඩක් ගංජා ගාලාගේ හදලා තියෙන්නේ කමන්නේ. revenue minus cost of sales. අයියෝ කඩුවලේ. මොකක්ද? gross profit. opening stock plus purchases plus invent carriage minus opening මොකක්ද ඒකට කියන්නේ? cost of sales. right? පොඩ්ඩක් චූන් වෙලා accounting ප්‍රශ්නයක් උත් දාලා. gross profit plus operating income minus operating expenses. operating profit මේකට අපි කියන්නේ ළමයි right? net profit කියලා. වැරදි. the meanings are wrong. accountingally meanings are wrong. right? operating net profit කියන්නේ operating expenses විතරයි and operating income නෙමෙයි. වැරදි. ignore the question. right? මේක වැඩි ගණන් ගන්න එපා ළමයි. ignore, it's wrong. accountingly it's wrong, but this is the answer they are expecting. So DEA BC. Third one is the answer. right? accounting perspective මේක වැරදි ළමයි. accounting වලින් ගත්තම. right? Question number 30. Which of the following is a source of primary data? Now, there are two types of data, guys. Primary and secondary. Primary කියන්නේ collected for the first time. right? දැන් ඔයා කෙල්ලෙක්ට කැමති නම් ඔයා ගිහිල්ලා ඒ කෙල්ලගෙන්ම details ගන්නවා. Primary. Secondary කියන්නේ ළමයි already collected data. right? already collected data. right? Now, when you take already collected data ළමයි, for an example, you like a girl, you're going and asking the X about the details. right? data which is already collected. එහෙම කරන්න එපා ගිල ගුටි කන්න වෙයි තොපිට. right? okay? So, self-administrated surveys. You are itself undertaking a survey. Definitely, you're collecting data for the first time, no? That is primary. right? But government agency reports, government has collected it, you're taking it. Central bank reports, CBSL has collected it, you're taking it. Departments of census and statistics, who collect Latina, you're taking it. Newspapers and magazines, they have collected it, you're taking it. But surveys, you are collecting it for the first time. So, one is the answer. So these are the MCQs. But compared to the 2023 paper, make a product lazy. 23 paper, 24 is easy, right? 24 is easy. These 30 questions, guys, can I know whether do you all have any doubts and anything you want me to explain again? 30 questions, 23 question, right? No, 23rd ignore, 23rd ignore, don't want it. 25th question, 25th question, 25th question. Guys, 25th is very simple, guys. They are asking you opening balance, no, right? 1 month's closing balance is another month's opening balance. How do you calculate closing balance? Is opening balance plus inwards minus outwards. Money coming in minus money going out. Opening balance is 10, inwards is 30, 40 minus outwards is 20, which is going to be 20 here. May 20 again, 40 at Kara 60, 65 is going out, then a minus 5. Minus 5, make a cutoff Venola, my inwards outwards cutoff, the minus 5 is carried on here. April opening balance is minus 5. Fifth one is the answer. Right. When you take shopping goods, guys, remember, shopping goods, you always compare price, quality, durability, features. You always compare these factors, Lamai. Right? So that's how you get it. 27, right? When you take, guys, indicators, HR indicators, human resource indicators, there are only three indicators: turnover, absenteeism, productivity. Turnover means how many employees are leaving the organization. Absenteeism can how many are not showing up to work. Productivity can what? Productivity means what? Output divide by input, right? I will give you 3 minutes now, skim through, then we will go and do 31 to 40, right? 41 to 50, guys, you all do it on your own, answer scheme make denna, right? Then we will go for the lunch break, right? Take about 3-4 minutes, skim through, right? 1 o'clock wage lunch break yeah.
Other question. Explain that again.
I don't take Fontera. Syllabus make a clear. Choose this answer. Okay. Yes, I don't know. There might be, but syllabus make a clear. Now we will think about the other things close to the exam. Right? Exam එක ළඟ තියාගෙන වෙන දේවල් හිතන්න එපා. Syllabus shows producer, agent, wholesale, retailer, consumer. Practically that many companies go through this. Fontera might have a different thing. I don't know. Okay. Go through it, guys. Any questions you all have? Let me know. Yeah, okay. 1 to 30, yeah, give you. 2 to 18 is 1 to 30. Right, right. Guys, you all have any questions from 1 to 30? Guys, you all have any questions from 1 to 30? What tax revenue takes the highest contribution? Right now, it is import tax. Right? Import tax is the highest contribution. Right? Now, we will discuss, guys, from 31 to 40. Right? 31 to 40, we will discuss. Tomorrow, guys, I'm starting at 4 o'clock, guys. 4 to 8 වගේ යයි 8 9. කොළඹ කට්ටිය පුළුවන් නම් එන්න. Right? ඇයි කිව්වොත් මේ I think there is Kaushigan's seminar. Kaushigan නෙමෙයි කවුද? Ashok's seminar. ඒකත් මෙහෙ වෙන්නේ. There are some students who are going to that also, no? So I can't this thing. Not tomorrow නෙමෙයි Friday, yeah. Friday. හෙට මම දැම්මේ නැත්තේ හෙට ලක්ෂිත සර්ගේ seminar එකේ ඉඳලා. මගේ students ගොඩාක් යනවා ඒකට. So I didn't want to put it to that. Right? So guys, it's very difficult. Ari. So managing time. Excise tax is not the first now anymore. Right. Question number 31. Right. Reduction of energy waste emphasizes dash sustainability, where equity emphasizes dash sustainability. Now, when you take energy waste, guys, energy, right? You are not wasting energy. It comes under environmental sustainability, right? Environmental sustainability. But equity can everyone is having an equal life. It comes under social. So equity, corruption, right? Poverty, eva okkoma enne lamai social sustainability yata. Hari? Social sustainability yata. Right? Adhering to the stipulated minimum wage payment, but is set according to the law. The minimum wage set according to the law. You're following the minimum wage set according to the law. Lanka lamai minimum wage lamai set according to the law is 1,000 rupees per day. 1,000 hari monara tamai per day. Mataka nattang. Do you know there are people even who earns 1,000 rupees per day? Right? So you all are grateful. You all spend more than 1,000 rupees while people are earning 1,000 rupees per day. We spend more than $1,000. Right? Sometimes, guys, our daily income is their monthly income. Right? You go into the Badulla Nuvaraliya side, tea estate workers, 800, 1,000, 1,002, they're living like that only. Right? Per day. Right? So now in our country, we don't have a proper minimum wage system. But when you go into other countries, they have a minimum wage system, $24, $25, that's what they earn minimum per hour. Right? So one of my friends, he's a chef. Who university and a gamang chef. Hari, in the Canada, he's earning $20, 20 Canadian dollars per hour. That's 4,000 rupees per hour, right? If he works 9 hours per day, 36,000 rupees per day. Hey, living cost එක පොඩ්ඩක් වැඩි, but they still have a lot by going to university. His cost is covered, right? And he does, summertime ඔක්කොම job දෙක තුන කරනවා, අම්බ කරන අම්බාන්ට. Right? But රට ගිහිල්ලා එහෙම everyone doesn't have that life. The course fee from Sri Lanka only is pumped. Right? හිතන්න එපා, you can go to other country and earn your course fees and all. ඒක අමාරුයි. Right? It's not practical. You can only cover your living cost, course fees, he has to pay about 20-30 million rupees. Right? මට නම් එහෙම කිව්වොත් රට ගිහිල්ලා ඉගෙන ගන්න එච්චර අමාරුවක් නැහැ. Right? Paying so much. Okay, there you have the pros and the cons. Right? But if you really can afford it, okay. Unless otherwise, don't. Because I know certain people, guys, doing 3 jobs. While studying, doing 3 jobs. There is no time for the bug to study also. Right? And jobs, what they do is there is very odd, right? Like cleaning jobs. One of my cousins were there, guys, who gave a ballo bala ganne ka. Uge part-time job එක. උගේ part-time එක බල්ලෝ බලා ගන්න එක. Right? Right now, ඒ කියන්නේ ඒ රටවල් වල ළමයි in those countries, more than people, they take care of the dogs. Right? They take care of the dogs and animals and all more than people. Right? So he told me, guys, per day to take care of the dog, the owners went out somewhere, $100, 100 euros were given. 100 euros per, that is about what? 45,000 rupees Sri Lankan. බල්ලෙක් බලාගන්න. බල්ල ඉන්නවා මූ ෆෝන් එකේ ලස්සන Netflix බල ඉන්නවා. බල්ල ආතල්ලෙක ඉන්නවා. මූ ගිල වෙලාවට කෑම එක විතරයි දාන්න තියෙන්නේ. එච්චරයි. Out jobs, cleaning jobs, take caring jobs, ඒ වගේ job තමයි කරන්න හිතෙන්නේ. Don't think after A levels මම රට ගිහිල්ලා, you all see, what happens is, guys, you all see that status no ළමයි. Status no. අර යාළුවෙක් හරි cousin කෙනෙක් හරි අයියා කෙනෙක් හරි නංගි කෙනෙක් නංගිලා යන්නේ නැහැ නේ අක්කලා හරි අය ගිහිල්ලා රට ගිහිල්ලා අර status දානවා. That status of stories, guys, from that 7 hours, 7 days a week, one day, 1 hour they would have enjoyed. Eka photo eka karan dalati. You think that whole 7 days is like that. Wrong perspective, na? Very wrong perspective people have. Right? You are going to suffer a lot. And people who are not independent, ඇඳුමක්වත් හොදන්න බැරි එකෙක්, කෑමක්වත් හදන්න බැරි එකෙක්, ඒ වගේ ගියන උට කෙලවේ අම්බාන්ට. Right? So be careful always, right? When you are planning to fly abroad after A levels, right? If you really can and survive, and if you are financially stable, only go. Nattam ambante kelevela, you will lose everything and come back. Right? So always be there. When we have a free education system, right? Make sure you utilize it right. Okay? So adhering to stipulated minimum wage is an example for dash responsibility. What type of responsibility? It's a legal responsibility, lamai. Mataka tiyaganna, it's a legal responsibility you are fulfilling. ඊයේත් මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ තිබ්බනේ ළමයි 23 paper එකේ legal responsibility. Whereas paying more than the stipulated minimum wage is an example of dash responsibility. You are paying more, right? That is a right thing you have to do. That is a right thing. It's an ethical responsibility, right? Minimum wage ma given හොඳ නැහැ, right? Right? Minimum wage ma නෙමෙයි. It's okay. Masters is a different story. Degree is a different story, guys. Right? 32A. Monetary policy manages the money supply and dash. What does it manage? Monetary policy. 2 things. Money supply and interest rate. Right? Interest rate. While fiscal policy manages government spending and tax income. Right? Eka mataka තියාගන්න ළමයි. Monetary policy ගත්තොත්, right? Monetary policy, money supply, interest rate. Fiscal policy, government income and expense. Government income is a tax no lamai. ඒ වගේ. හරි? 32B. Tax charged on total sales revenue of a business is what? Total sales revenue. Value added කියලා තියෙන ළමයි turnover tax කියලා. Turnover tax කියලා එකක් නැහැ. Right? Tax charged on businesses revenue or sales. We call it VAT. Value added tax. නැත්නම් tax on purchases. Right? VAT. right? And lamai, right? Let's say the amount deducted from a bank from the individual's interest income. Now, let's say you're having interest income, dividend income, rent. You need to pay something called a withholding tax. Withholding tax, right? This is the tax on rent, interest, dividend, ए वगे factors lamai. Okay. Now, tax on revenue, sales, we call it tax on sale of goods and services or purchases on goods and services. Better. Method turnover kila dila tina lamai make it's wrong. I don't know. I have not heard about a tax called turnover tax. Corporate tax is on profit. Right? Question number 33. Right? Question number 33. Sales tax. Sales tax is a part of VAT. Right? Sales tax is a part of VAT. Pay tax can employee pays lamai. Pay as you earn. Pay as you earn. Right? Question number 33A. The partnership agreement could be either verbal, dash, or implied. What is it? There are three ways you can get a partnership agreement. Number one, verbal. Guys, what is the second one? Guys, online, tell me the second one. Written and implied. Verbal can through word. Written can what? Lino. When it's written, what does it turn out to be? Huh? Agreement. It's a partnership agreement. Sorry, partnership agreement. Neme. Mokadde. Partnership agreement can be this thing, no? Right? And partnership agreement could be verbal, written, or implied. When you write it, it turns out to be a deed. Right? So written. Right? Then, guys, in an absence, and according to the Partnership Act of 1890, in an absence of a partnership agreement, profits should be dash divided among the partner. How is it divided? If you do not have, listen to me very carefully, if you do not have a partnership agreement, the Partnership Ordinance 1890, that was about what, 136 years ago. 136 years ago, a law came for partnership. We are still following it in Sri Lanka. Right? Do you know? I don't know whether I have told you this. Do you know what is the fine for prostitution in Sri Lanka? What is the fine for prostitution in Sri Lanka? Dannada. Mukadda. 750 rupees. 750 rupees. In ACCA, there you have a subject called law. That law lecturer, she's a lawyer. Right? Now, we as lecturers, we associate, no? So one day we went out for lunch and she was saying, our law is so old, it's not updated. If you are involved in prostitution, you go to the courts. When the prostitutes get caught, prostitutes get caught. Court එකට 750 ගෙවනවා එළියට එනවා ආයෙත් කරනවා. We have 750 rupees. Who cares about 750, guys? Let's say you kill a dog. 100 rupees is the fine. 100 or 200. You kill an animal. Yeah. Rupial CI this year. Right? How old is our law system? Same way, partnership is saying, right? Now in our partnership agreement, minimum you have 1,000 rupees. You need to have something called a partnership agreement. Right? And the Partnership Ordinance 1890 says, guys, if you don't have an act, if you don't have a partnership agreement, profits should be equally shared. Equally shared. Right? Equally shared. Right? Now, that's there. Right? B. A company limited by dash does not issue shares and its primary purpose will be not. Company limited by guarantee. A company limited by guarantee is something which is not issuing shares. Right? Now, you asked me a very important question. What's your name again? Huh? Kalivani. Kalivani asked me yesterday, right? Who will give the capital for company limited by guarantee? Remember, a company limited by guarantee is something run by the members, right? You have members, right? Right? It's like a cooperative. Members only contribute towards the company limited by guarantee. And articles of association also says no. But if the company is winding up, if the company has payables, members will contribute for that payables also. right? And company limited by guarantee, their main objective is not making profits. What is it, guys? Social welfare, right? Have they given social welfare? Not making profits, so primary purpose will not be making profits. That is the answer, right? That is the answer, Lamai, right? So question number 34A, right? A reduction in the list of price of products sold to a customer is a dash discount, whereas the discount given to debtors when making early payment. Now, whenever you are selling a good, right, you are reducing the price and giving a discount. What do we call it, guys? It's an accounting thing. We call it a trade discount. The discount you're giving for creditors or debtors for early settlement, we call it cash discount. Accounting thing, huh? Right? I don't know, මේ ප්‍රශ්න පොඩ්ඩක් ගොඩක් accounting අහලා තියෙනවා. paper 2 එකත් මම දැක්ක accounting ප්‍රශ්න set එකක් තිබ්බ ළමයි. right? මේ තිබ්බද? නෑ. break even point විතරයි තිබ්බේ. The firm that engages in buying and selling securities on behalf of investor. What is it, guys? On behalf of an investor who buys and sells, right? Who buys and sells securities. Stockbroker, right? A stockbroker. Stockbroker only buys and sells securities. Now, stockbroker කියන්නේ ළමයි, they don't only sell stocks, they don't only deal with stocks. They also deal with primary shares, ordinary shares, treasury bills, bonds, right? The commercial papers, all of these are securities, lamai, right? Then lamai, and such companies should be registered as the securities and what commission? Guys, online what commission? Securities and what commission? Securities and no, Hajar no. Securities and exchange commission. Exchange commission. Question number 35A. The production process of manufacturing large quantity of shirt is an example of dash production, and stitching a shirt for a customer order is an example of dash production. What is it, guys? Huh? But they are telling you large quantity, guys. Now, large quantity gattama lamai, right? Large quantity, some people will choose flow also, right? But shirt gattama batch tamai yanne, usually batch, right? So batch tamai, and then one unique shirt for one customer, guys, job, right? The control chart technique is used in dash control process, and regular group meeting to discuss the issue of quality of products is an example for quality dash, right? Now, basically, guys, you're using charts, right? You're using charts, you're using, let's say, numbers and all of these. We call these, guys, statistical process control, right? We call it statistical process control. And guys, what happens is when people get together and discuss issues about quality, what do we call it? වටවෙලා හදන මොකක්ද ඒකට කියන්නේ? Quality circle. Quality circle. මේක මං ගිය ෆ්‍රයිඩේත් කියලා දුන්නා. Right? A. 36A. Computer aided design is used during the product dash stage, whereas computer aided manufacturing is used during the product dash stage. Now, computer aided design. Usually a computer aided design is used mostly, guys, during the designing stage. That's where you design the product virtually, right? You have CAD softwares, AutoCAD to basically design products, the 3D versions of the products, 3D versions of buildings, right? Prototypes and all, right? It's in the designing stage, and computer aided manufacturing is used in the production or manufacturing stage, lamai, right? Production or manufacturing stage, right? Then B, equipments and workstations which are arranged in a sequential order. You guys, sequential, in one order, in a flow. What do we call it? What do we call it? Sequential layout, guys. Sequential කියන්නේ product. Not sequential process. Where do you put them into cell? Cellular, right? So it's going to be a product layout, right? Whereas equipments and machineries are brought to the place of production. මෙතන හදනවා ඔක්කොම ගේනවා මෙතනට. We call it fixed. Buildings කියන්නේ ළමයි. building එක හදන තැනට ඔක්කොම ගේන්නේ ළමයි. ඒව ටික තියෙනවා. Question number 37A. Right? A company that uses a single brand for multiple products. One name, multiple products. What do we call it, guys? We call it a family brand. Now you take MD, guys. MD jam, MD sauce, MD what? MD juice තියෙනවද? Yeah, MD juice ඉස්සරාව MD juice. Right? ගොඩාක් තියෙනවා ළමයි. MD හරිශ්චන්ද්‍ර ගත්තම ළමයි. හරිශ්චන්ද්‍ර coffee, powders, ඒව ඔක්කොම තියෙනවා. Right? ඔය තියෙනවනේ. ඔය තියෙනවා brands. One name, many products. Right? Then guys, we have and using of various brands or multiple products. Various brands or multiple products කියන්නේ ළමයි මොකක්ද? What is it? What is it? Right? Many brands, many names. What is it? Right? We call it, guys, what is it, guys? What is it? Many brands, many names. Huh? What do we call it, guys? What do we call it? We can call it a personal brand. Right? Personal brand. Or individual ගන්න පුළුවන් ළමයි. Personal, individual. Right? B. Right? Dividing a market into homogeneous groups. Where do you divide a market? What do we call it, guys? පොඩි පොඩි කෑලි වලට කඩනවා කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? Market segmentation. Right? Segmentation. Right? And a percentage of the industry's total sales that is captured by the company's market. Now, if this is the total sales of the market, guys, the percentage the company has, what do we call it? Market share. Market share. We call it a market share. Right? Market share. Right? 38. A. The option which allows the leasee to purchase an asset at the end of the lease period. Now they're asking you guys, the asset is basically transferred to the right leasee, right? The person who is getting the lease, asset is transferred. What do we call it? Ownership එක transfer වෙන්නේ කොහෙද? Ownership එක transfer වෙන්නේ hire purchase the leasing the. Hire purchase or leasing ownership is transferred. Hire purchase එකේ තමයි ළමයි ownership එක transfer වෙන්නේ where the leasee can get the asset. But ළමයි, when you take a leasing, the asset should be given back to the financial company, right? Asset should be given back to the financial company, right? Okay. පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න. Okay. මෙතන පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙන ළමයි මේකට කියලා තියෙන්නේ අපි financial lease කියලා. It's not in your syllabus. Financial lease. මේකට අපි කියලා තියෙන්නේ operating lease කියලා. Right? It's not in your syllabus. Huh? Hire purchase only where, guys, your ownership is transferred. Here, ownership is taken back by the company. Right? You have to return the asset to the company. Hire purchase, you can keep the asset. Leasing or operating lease, you have to give it back to the company. Another name for hire purchase is financial lease. Huh? Another name for hire purchase is a financial lease because you're like getting a financial loan, no? Leasing can be operating, that you're operating the asset only. Hari, e wage. The interest dash ratio is used to measure the ability of the company to pay interest on its outstanding debt. What is the ratio which measures the ability of a company to pay interest? Interest cover ratio. right? Whereas the asset dash ratio is used to measure how efficiently company uses its assets to generate revenue. The asset turnover ratio, right? The asset turnover ratio only, guys, we will be seeing how efficiently is a company making its revenue from its assets, right? Okay, question number 39. A. Skills required for employing the current job can be enhanced to. If you want to improve your skills required for your current job, guys online, what do you tell it? Guys online එකට මොකද්ද කියන්නේ? This is an accounting paper. අන්න right. මේක accounting paper එකක් ළමයි. BS නෙමේ accounting paper එකක්. මුන් කෙලින්ම accounting ප්‍රශ්න අහලා තියෙන්නේ. Current job skills improve කරන්න අපි පාවිච්චි කරනවා මොකද්ද? Training. Then future job, guys, development. අයියෝ guys. Right? They are ගොඩක් lazy, right? An association formed by an employee to protect their rights. අර gang එකක් හදන්න ළමයි ඒකට මොකද්ද කියන්නේ ළමයි guys online gang එකට මොකද්ද කියන්නේ? gang එකට trade union. And the process of negotiating between employer and employee is known as negotiation. ඒ දෙන්නම negotiate කරද්දී අපි ඒකට කියනවා collective bargaining කියලා. Right? Question number 40. The cost which මේකට උත්තරේ කියපන් 40A වලට උත්තරේ කියපන් accounting paper එකේ උත්තරේ මට උත්තරේ කියපන් training නෙමෙයි. The cost which remains unchanged with outputs. Cost එක output එක වැඩි වුණත් අඩු වුණත් cost එක මාරු වෙන්නේ නැහැ. What do we call it? Unchanged cost is fixed cost. මේක දන්නේ නැත්තම් ළමයි තොපිලා accounting කළත් හරි. Right? Which changes is known as variable cost. So many accounting questions, no guys. But 1, 2, right? තව තිබ්බා 3. අතන තිබ්බා 4. මොංගල්ද මන්ද මුන්ට. ඒ කියන්නේ accounting කරන එකෙක් BS paper එක හදලා තියෙන්නේ මෙතන. Right? The process of collected data all at once is called as dash processing, and the processing of data while receiving is called as dash processing. Right? Now මේක අලුත් දෙයක් ළමයි අලුතෙන් ආපු දෙයක් IT දෙයක් IT වල ඉගෙනගෙන තියෙනවද මේක? What do we call it? Right? Process දැන් මුන් IT තව IT කරන එකේ මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ හදලා මුන් කාගේ ළමයිද මන්දා ළමයි මේ බලන්න මේ BS paper එකේ කියන්නේ ළමයි අච්චාරුවක් ඉකොන් ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා depreciation ආලා තියෙනවා right appreciation ආලා තියෙනවා accounting රෙද්දවල් තියෙනවා IT රෙද්දවල් තියෙනවා right you can hammer රෙද්දම්ම තියෙනවා මේකේ. So you all have to do all three this thing to do it. So processing of collected data all at once, we call it batch loop, right? Right. Processing of data one by one is called what? Real time. It's called real time processing. Right? දැන් මේකට ළමයි පොඩක් IT උන් මේක දන්නේ නැහැ. accounting කරනුන් ඒක දන්නේ නැහැ. account කරනුන් ඒක දන්නේ නැහැ. හොඳ ගේමක් ගහලා තින්නේ මෙතන. Right? See depreciation appreciation ඔක්කොම ළමයි econ buggers will know. මේ වගේ ප්‍රශ්න IT buggers will know. Right? So එක මාර smart game එකක් play කරලා තියෙන්නේ මෙතන. Right? So guys, these questions, is it okay? Anything you want me to recap again? Anything you want me to explain again? Guys online? Let me know. I don't know what. I don't understand why students do a lot of IT compared nowadays to economics. I don't know why is it. IT කියන්නේ දැන් උඹලා හිතන් ඉන්නේ රස්සාවල් තියනවා කියලාද බා? ලංකාවේ රස්සාවල් නෑ ළමයි IT වලට. Right? It's a රස්සාවල් නෑ. Worldwide there is, but නෑ. What's batch processing? Right? Batch processing කියන්නේ ළමයි you're processing a group of data at one time. ලොකු set එකක් එකම වෙලාවෙ කරනවා. Right? Bargaining කියන්නේ ළමයි you're negotiating. So when the employee and the employer, both of them are bargaining about a term or condition, we call it collective bargaining. Right? Right? Harida? Harida? Okay. Guys, hurry. May 41 to 50, you can read through it, guys. See the importance, reasons why entrepreneurship is important for the country. Entrepreneurship වලින් ප්‍රශ්න දෙකයි අහන්නේ. Number 1 importance. Number 2 අර characteristics. තව එකක් අහන ළමයි අර steps ටික. ඒ තුන විතරයි මුන් හැම අවුරුද්දෙම අහන්නේ. Right? Promotional mix තියෙනවා buy one get one free and ඒව ඔක්කොම ළමයි. Right? Benefits a manager can be get by analyzing the financial statement. ආයෙත් මේ accounting කරපු හාදෙක් paper එක හදලා. Right? 4 contractual savings. Guys, this is easy. Right? You all can go through the answer scheme for that, guys. අර බලන්න IT කරන එකේ හදලා AI කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? WWW කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? VOIP, what is VOIP? Question number 48. මොකද්ද? මාත් දන්නේ නැහැ මොකද්ද? Voice over Internet Protocol. WWW මොකද්ද? World Wide Web. Plan? Right. AI? Right. Right. Not Albert Einstein. නෑ ඒ වගේ ලියන්න එපා. Right. Albert Einstein කියලා ගිහලා ලියන්න එපා. ඒක not E කියලා ලියන්න නැතුව Einstein කියලා ලියමු. ඒ වගේ උඟුත් ඉන්නවා ළමයි මෙතන. Right. Right. Now paper 2 ළමයි. Right. Paper 2 මම වෙලා අරන් කරන්නම්. How long of a break do you all want? How long of a break you all want? Paper 2 මම පොඩ්ඩක් වෙලා අරන් discuss කරන්නම් 4 වෙනකන් යන් අද. 4 වෙනකන් යනවා. ඊයේත් 4 වෙනකන් ගියා. Right? So how long of a break you all want? Guys, be a bit reasonable and ask a break, guys. 5 minutes. That's a good one. Right? Okay. Can you explain venture capitalist? Venture capitalist කියන්නේ ළමයි, it is a business who will give a loan, or let's say who will invest in other businesses. One business investing in other businesses is known as a venture capitalist. Right? Until 4 p.m. අරහම් roll කළ දෙන්න 4 වෙනකන් ගගා ඉඳපන්. 30 minutes. හරි. Right. Now see, not for you, not for me. මම හොඳ ළමෙක් ළමයි. Right, දැන් උඹලා වරෙන් වෙලාවට වරෙන් දැන් කාලා බූරු පැටියෙක් වගේ කාලා හොඳටම බඩ පිරෙන්න කාලා හුස්ම ගන්න එනකම් මෙතන එනකම් කාලා නිදිමතයි කියලා ඇඳට ගියොත් තොපි තමයි කේස් වෙන්නේ. තොපිට කේස් වෙන්නේ. Right? So it's 1:05. Be back by 1:40. Right? 1:40. Right? 35 minutes ඕගොල්ලන්ටත් නැහැ මටත් නැහැ. Now usually we give lunch breaks, guys, 1 hour. ACCC නෑ උඹලට එච්චර දෙන්නේ නැහැ. තව දවස් 18යි තියෙන්නේ. ඔය දෙන්නේ උඹලට. තාක්ෂණට දෙන්නේ ඔය. දවස් 18යි තියෙන්නේ. දවස් 17යි. 1 hour break. Right? Okay, that is, guys, paper 1 discussion, guys, of 2024.